So there was a lot of issues yesterday with my mom getting her back x-ray. If there's a lot of noise in the background, my husband is hooking up a way to play his old Nintendo games with my kids. So they're getting quite excited in case you hear stuff in the background. But anyway, so this back x-ray has been planned for 3 weeks now. Insurance approved, referrals, blah, blah, blah. And my mom called the day before yesterday to confirm the appointment, the location. And then they get there yesterday, my husband, my mom, and 2 kids. And they don't have anything signed from the doctor to do the x-ray. They have the approval from the insurance, but nothing from the doctor's office. Why nobody called anybody about this beforehand, I don't know. But it took almost an hour to rectify, and that's a long time for my mom to be just sitting in her wheelchair. She gets very uncomfortable. Her anxiety gets high. And when it was finally time to do the x-ray, she's already exhausted. She gets tired very, very easily, very fatigued. And for this back x-ray, they needed her to go onto a table and lay flat. And she has MS. She has limited mobility. Like, I have to help her lift her leg over the side of the bathtub when she's on her shower chair. You know, getting into the car takes some doing because of her mobility issues. So to go on a table that's raised 3.5, 4 feet off the ground, I mean, needless, if you're getting an x-ray, you're probably in some type of pain, and that's a tall height to have to get onto the table, and there's no steps, there's nothing. My husband couldn't go back to help, even if the kids weren't there. He's not allowed back there. It's, authorized personnel only. So the technician doing the x-ray helped her the best he could, or she could, I'm not sure. And while she's on there, she had to roll onto her stomach. These are all really difficult things. So that means to get off the table, she has to roll off her stomach and get up and get down. And again, the technician helped as best he could, or she could. And with the arthritic knees, while she was getting down, which seemed like a cliff to her to get down from, she overextended, crunched something in her left knee, like above the kneecap, to the point it was so excruciating to put pressure on it. She was sobbing. And she cried the whole way home. My husband got her out of the car and we got her into the house, and she was just so fatigued and so weak and crying from the pain. We had to help her out of the wheelchair to go to the bathroom, where normally we wouldn't have to do that. It was getting pretty scary. After a day like yesterday, normally she is very fatigued, very weak, very wobbly. And we keep an eye on her. But my husband and I were getting very, very worried, thinking we might have to go to the ER to get this looked at, to get, we weren't sure, because the concern was the middle of the night when she would have to go to the bathroom. She's safe to do that under regular conditions, but with the pain that she couldn't put the pressure on the knee, we were getting really concerned. So getting in and out of the seated position, in and out of bed, she was just absolutely sobbing, and she cries for nothing regarding pain. So that's how we knew we were at, on a scale 1 to 10, we were at a 10. But she was refusing to do an urgent care or a hospital. Even if we called an ambulance and she refused, they wouldn't force her. So we called her doctor's practice, has like a 24/7 nurse hotline. who said it sounds like something was overextended, hot, cold, Tylenol, all that jazz. Give it 2 days and go from there. But again, our concern was the middle of the night of her rolling over in bed, just getting comfortable, the stability and strength to go to her bedside commode. So my husband and I decided to take shifts and stay up, which we normally don't do. So I went from 11:30 to 4 in the morning, and then my husband did 4 on. And we stayed in the bedroom across the hall, and she knew we were talking about doing that, and she was very adamant against it, so we didn't tell her. But anytime we heard her get up, we would go into the hallway unseen. That way, if we heard anything that sounded like a struggle, we could go right in. But nothing ever came to that. She was able to do everything herself. She was quite adamant, and when she puts her mind to it, she does it. But it's funny because I finished the book I was reading, and I just binged on TikTok on my laptop and hung out with my cat. And yeah, and then 4 o'clock, my husband was like, just wake me when you're too tired. And 4 o'clock was when I was too tired to keep going. And my husband was quite perturbed I didn't go out and get him sooner. But I didn't want him to be up forever either. And then he took over and I went to bed. And since his assistant was in today, normally on Wednesdays, he has to go in because there's a lot of meetings for managers on Wednesdays on Zoom and in person. But we didn't know if we were going to do the emergency room today or an urgent care. But knock on wood, the pain has vastly improved. She no longer is in pain standing. It's just when she turns or bends the leg, like if she's seated. So we've been doing the ice and the heating pad and Tylenol. But the day was necessary to take off anyway because the passenger side, we have a Toyota Highlander. And on the passenger side, well, the air was starting to smell a little weird, the air conditioning, but we're raining a lot, humidity. We need new window seals. So we thought, stuff was just smelling from that. But then I noticed on the passenger side, it was damp. And I looked it up, and short of water just coming in through the window, it means something's going on with your AC coolant. So our mechanic fit us in today. My husband took it down, and we had a clog in our AC. So the coolant was like overflowing into the passenger floor. But luckily they fixed it today and all is well. My husband went to a car wash to dry vac that side. But yeah, it's our only car. So when things go wrong, we got to fix it right away. It's not like we have another car he could use in the meantime. So a lot happened in the last 24 hours and I'm tired. But all to say, I finished the book I was reading. So I did need to get another book. It was just for a different reason. So yeah, I thought I'd update y'all. And hopefully my mom will improve a little each day. It's just so frustrating, and she is now done getting x-rays because after each x-ray she's coming home in pain because these machines are not equipped for somebody who is disabled in this way. It's ironic that these machines are, abled, built, and not those who are other abled or disabled. So we're going to tell, I got like a hair. There we go. We're going to tell her doctor any future x-rays, we need to find more accommodating facilities who take her insurance. That'll be a Venn diagram that never matches up. Okay. I'm going to go rest on the couch until my mom gets up for lunch and go from there. But I hope y'all are doing well, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.